Hey, Bill here with Chacote Outdoor Recreation. So, we're up here in the high country and we're going to be doing a little bush pot cooking. Now, you guys that have been following me for a while, you know that this is my standard bush pot kit. This is what I've relied on for many years. It's what I count as a three-piece dealie, and it's you know, German surplus, German war surplus, and this thing has never let me down, man. I mean, I'm not giving it up, that's for sure. But anyway, I wanted to show you something different today, something, you know, for the working guy. A lot of that stuff, that surplus stuff, it comes and goes, you can't always get it, and by the time you can, you know, they've marked it up so much it even becomes ridiculous. So I got something inexpensive and something that everybody can afford, just to kind of show you what you can do with inexpensive gear. Now, you know, a bush pot, you can spend a ton of money. People shy away from aluminum because of the health problems with aluminum. It's a little late in my life to start worrying about health problems with aluminum, but stainless steel is definitely the way to go now. And so what I got is I got this bush pot here, and it cost me, I don't know, roughly $8, and I got it at the FEMA Detention and Relocation Center. Oh no, wait a minute, that's Wally World. Wally World is where I got it, and well, same thing. Anyway, it's a three-piece deal, and comes a little net bag. It's stainless steel. Now, you're gonna get a lot of guys that, you know, whenever you're spending money on bushcraft stuff, they're gonna tell you, oh, that's stainless steel is garbage, you want titanium. If you're gonna put a bush pot in your pack and fall down mountains all the time and then wonder why it's bent up, first of all, I don't know why you're falling down mountains all the time bending your pot, but this one's stainless steel, and it's a three-part deal. You get a lid that fits two pots, okay? All this for $8. You get two pots, those goofy rubber handles that are going to burn off anyway, but still, for the money, you can't beat it. And we're going to be cooking some stuff up in it. I've put some stuff in here that you've seen before, you know, my measuring stuff, my knife and fork, the old $5 stove, you remember that from a past video, and some tea and stuff. But I'm going to cook up some good stuff, because if you have a good night in the wilderness, you know, you get a good night's sleep, nothing is better than waking up to a good solid breakfast. And that's what we're going to try to achieve here. I'm going to show you some options on how to do many things with just a simple pot. So stick with me, it's going to get pretty interesting. So, get a little fire going and fire up the little stove, and we're going to do a little bit of baking and a little bit of deep frying into this thing. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so what do we got here? Well, this is morel, snow-capped lard. So if you've ever been out anywhere, you've been out to the reservation or out anywhere for real, you've seen plenty of snow-capped lard. This is the preferred cooking stuff. Beats the hell out of oil and travels real light. You can use it for many things. Cleaning your weapons, preserving your leather. This stuff has a million uses, but today we're going to be using it to deep fry up some fry bread. So it's going to get pretty good. Snow-capped lard. Hey, Bill here. Don't know if you can see me or not, but this is some biscuits I put in a plastic bag earlier. We're going to be putting these right into our pot, and we're going to cook up a biscuit one at a time right here in our bush pot. All you do is just put it in the pot, put the lid on. Okay, we're going to turn this upside down, so basically the biscuit, YouTube, and the biscuit's going to be on this thing. Okay, see the biscuit there, and we're going to put our pot over that. We're going to get it on the coals of this fire, see if we can't make us a nice biscuit. And I'm just going to give that just enough heat to cook up a biscuit. Takes a little bit of time to make a biscuit with a bush pot, but it can be done. And let me get these handles folded away. They're rubberized, so I'm trying to keep them, but normally they burn off. But anyway, that's all I've done is just put that on the lid, put the top over it, and created sort of a little oven there with the coals of my fire. I'm going to try and cook up that biscuit. And as you can see, our lard is starting to melt now, so it won't be long before we cook up our fry bread. Another thing that I got that's great in a bush pot, this thing here cost me $1. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's the the Knorr teriyaki noodles. And you know, I love Mountain House and everything, but for a buck, you can't beat this, man. You take it out in the wild, it's you know, simple, easy peasy to cook. I think you put in a cup and a half of water, and you've got yourself something good. And if you got a bush pot, again, it makes it super easy to make this. So this is going to be quite a breakfast when I'm all said and done. Just going to take a little doing between cooking and doing the camera work and trying to stay in frame. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but this is fun. Shows you what you can do with an inexpensive piece of gear. Okay, well, our biscuit's been at it for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and just take a quick peek at it. I hate to take the top off because I let the heat out, but I think, if my knee's not in the way here. So the biscuit probably done. I don't know. We're going to, I hate to take the top off because that lets all the heat out, but it's been cooking for a while now and I think it might be just about done. So we'll get the lid off this. Hey, look, a little biscuit. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, a little biscuit. And so, damn, that's hot. And so there's a little biscuit that I made that way. Shows how to make a, you can make your bush pot into a stove. Looks like my oil's starting to boil, and I'm going to get hot on some of this fry bread. Now let's get in here and check on our fry bread, see how that's doing. Maybe flip it once, I don't know. Hard to get a hold of this. We'll do it the old-fashioned way, we'll stick it. And that looks golden brown. Looks pretty good. And we'll drop it in the dirt. No harm, no foul. And we've got some beautiful, I don't know if you folks can see that, I got my biscuit that I made and my beautiful golden fry bread. And that is, that looks like it came out pretty darn good. Nice and fluffy and crunchy. That's going to be a good time. And really all I needed for that was just a little bit of snow-capped lard, my good old bush pot, and that's it. I'm going to cook up a couple more pieces of this with the remaining oil and then have myself a little meal. Ought to work out pretty good. Okay, so that's just the lid. That's the lid off my thing, and that's some bacon I'm cooking up. And going to make me a bacon and fry bread sandwich. So stick with me. You're about to see something pretty cool. We're going to get our bacon off of here. We're going to put that bacon on some fry bread and make a bacon and fry bread sandwich. Just like that. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. And I'm going to go ahead and enjoy me some good old fry bread, and that is to die for. That makes a difference. Having something fun that's good to eat in the wild can make a difference. Till the next time I see you, you stay safe, you stay warm, you keep yourself free, and think about getting a bush pot. They're a lot of fun.